Okay, that should be that, and I'm actually a little bit early for that one. Well, that's something. Yeah, Dark Barbie 162 back again with IGG3 Encore, and yeah, a few things. I have done a few things in the background, and it's maybe incoming, even though I did stuff today. Still, when was the last time? It was the 15th. So yeah, I did a few things. Yeah, on February 16th, fixed comments. It is pretty much just somewhere within the score where I am pretty much setting where I am having certain things. I have one thing labeled on 2 areas, even though it shouldn't be. That's what I fixed there. Next thing, don't move step stats on beginner if one player in beat/BMO. Yeah, that is the one thing that I apparently did not do correctly last time. Also another something that I didn't do last time apparently. Fix check BMS. The reason for that is I did the check for the string, pretty much the file which is being loaded for stuff. I'm actually checking the last 3 ones. The last 3 letters being like BMS, BML, BME and PMS. So that it's then going through that system instead of everything else. Now it should be going through that because I accidentally have it as just sub 3 instead of sub -3, 3. That would then actually have, like what I have beforehand is pretty much, I think, the first 3 or just everything from the 3rd one onwards, or just the first 3. Not sure. But it should be actually -3 because the last 3 are pretty much, it's starting on the 3rd to last. And from that one, the 3 that is afterwards is pretty much the length of that, so that it's the 3. Yeah. Next thing, add poppen grades for poppen/pomu and display / if column can't be graded. Yeah, just because, and because of that, add poppen score type. Just an additional something, just because. In terms of certain things, I may even do something else, but I'm not really sure if how I'm going to do that, if I'm going to do that. But still. Next thing, unset default modifiers in metrics. That is actually something else that happened during that day, a little bit prior. And in terms of that, apparently it may not have been done anything over at ITG Mania. Yeah, there still hasn't been any reply since a week since that happened. And yeah, I'm calling ITG Mania, the folks over there, terrible, because certain things have been done, but certain things apparently did not go through. Apparently that has been, yeah, I'm not really sure what had been there, but still. Yeah. Not my thing, it's pretty much their thing, but even on that one I had to do this one on my end so that it is pretty much not there. So yeah, the thing is, someone wanted to do some default modifiers within non-profiles, which is usually being done by preferences.ini within the save folder. But because of the fallback metrics having default modifiers set as 1x, pretty much times 1 arrow speed, if I would be having set 2 eggs, pretty much twice the speed, then it is not going to do that, because what has been set in the fallbacks metrics, it's overriding that. Also, that is pretty much unnecessary, because of the fact it is already initializing at 1 speed. So pretty much, I'm not even sure since when has that been there. So yeah, it may have been as old as Stepmania itself, maybe, depending how old that metric actually is and or was. It is pretty much not necessary. And because of stuff doing there, of course I had to do some stuff myself. Add save/default lure modifiers.ini. Pretty much is the same thing as Simply Love, but instead of their retarded way, pretty much doing it all within the mod itself, I have it within just INI file that I'm going to save within the save folder. That should be safe and everything should be fine in that one. So yeah, pretty much that. Next thing, on February 17th, add foot in en.ini, pretty much in the language file. Because for whatever reason, Outfox did not put that in fallback, potentially only within default or whatever theme they had been doing it in, or pretty much they haven't even added it at all, even though they had added Beatmania 3, which is the one that has the foot pedal. So apparently, because nobody plays that, or there is next to nothing over there, of course it can't be checked, because yeah, I said it already. So yeah, apparently it has been like that since quite a bit. And yeah, maybe still there, I'm not really sure, I haven't even checked, but still. Also during that day I fixed another thing, fixed 2-player steps display list row. Yeah, within song selection, if one is 2-player, the second player's arrow is pretty much not where the first player is. But I changed it to the position of the first player, and if both players are on, I pretty much squished it on the y-axis so that both can fit. I also adjusted it since it's all centered. If both players are there, I am pretty much moving the first player up and the second player down. Also, the selection for the blinking of stuff is pretty much also having, actually it's not having it that, it's pretty much just having it cropped to the specific side. Next thing, February 19th, do 2DX check everywhere. Because I did that one wrong, I only checked it within Beat and Bimu. So it should be everywhere since it is also being used everywhere else. And maybe somewhere around there I got a star for the global repo. I'm assuming because of the 2DXAC node scan that I've added in there. It's still not done yet with that one because I still need to do a few things. And I'm going to do at least as much as my theme can allow, because it's not doing yeah, I only have it for a few, and even on that one I still need to do a few things. So yeah, today I did 2 extra things. Move live bar very slightly because I noticed that on 2DX, for a little bit of something that I was checking out, I noticed that it was a little bit cut within the inside, and and maybe it was just on the widescreen section. I'm not sure of the vertical screen one, so if it's then moved there, then it would be there potentially. Either way. And another something, I may have whooped with the 2DX column grades, because apparently I stumbled upon it accidentally, but yeah, I think I have it now fixed. And before I have it within the session as well. If that's the case, then apparently I need to do some more things. Yeah, apparently if one goes in with having nothing, then I would be potentially saying if something is like divided by 0, then of course it can't be anything. Or within certain things I haven't done something. I did something that is being done later. So pretty much I'm referencing something that is pretty much somewhere else. So whoops on that one. And yeah, that is pretty much that. So in terms of everything else, I just go in because it will be another one sessioner. Of course, with me talking a whole bunch, it's just an entire 10 minutes of 11, if not even. Even though I went here already, it is still quite a bit and everything. Yeah, for fuck's sake. Actually, I don't even need to go through here and everything because, yeah, that has been all there. Yeah, another something. Yeah, that is what I've been working on. I am working on pretty much like here. If here, pretty much it's just like having it there. Yeah, not sure if I have it there, then it should not be here. So yeah, otherwise if it's here, it goes, it begins here, then goes here, and if I fail here, then it's pretty much fail. Otherwise, if it's pretty much here, then it's just normal. Otherwise, if it's here, it's not even going to do anything here, so yeah. Everything else is pretty much the same. Also, I think I fixed a few things over there as well for the 2DX, something there, was it? I need to check it again because I remember they're doing something and apparently it had been done this week. No, it was last week. But it was the day after. Yeah, that is that which will be going to be seen very soonish, because I added something that I was missing beforehand. Also, do I have it there? No. Oh, fuck off. There's a bit much in here. I just now noticed that it was actually quite short. So yeah, can I even have it here? Yeah, nothing was on, there was nothing here, so of course it would be a slash. So yeah, potentially if there's actually, yeah, I'm not even sure if that would actually have been here or not, because here it would be just there. Either way. Okay, this will be a double at least. Oh god damn it, it's like that as well. It's next to invisible. I may need to change a few things afterwards again. Maybe I should be having it at least as normal instead of having it random. Oh, that actually that would be something if I have like set it to a range. That would be something. Maybe I could be doing that. Let's go here. I hope I have a better node scan in here. Ah, I also need to change those. But at least, well, I have it there. Of course. Yeah, I still haven't done anything in regards of full combos because recreating them manually will be taking pretty much, if I would be going through with that, it will be taking a week just for one. At least for one thing. the full combo thing potentially I can bring over so that I can then do maybe a few more things, because the full combo one is, at least for all the things, at least over in here for the frames, are the same up until, I'm not sure which version. Was it already starting with? I don't think it was 21. And I didn't say it because of meme reasons. Okay, in terms of certain other things, yes. Which is pretty much breaking because I can't get to the community page. That is a bit much in here. Not sure I'm there, but still. Let's go through. What are the odds that it's pretty much the same one? Oops. Well, that is that. Yeah, I also sent something in terms of maybe I'm going through with Lunatic Rave. But yeah, I'm not sure on that one. Yeah, this one I won't be going, especially since this one has been rated higher. So there may be something on with that. The patterns are terrible! For fuck's sake! It is not because it is another terrible node scan in terms of coloring. Long? How long? Barely. Fuck off.
In the back room, we're waiting for the sun to rise. We move a little closer in the back room, feeling deeper because we know it's our time.
Fuck off, I'm already out of rhythm and it's repetitive. Fuck off. Usually I'm going with the upper right, but apparently I got the upper left corner. Whoops. Well, at least in terms of that, I heard something, I'm not really sure from where it was, because it was quite on the... yeah, there are several ways it could be coming from, but I can't check, because the usual. Ooh, I mean, yeah, it's pretty much the second one, so of course. I blame all of the doubles in here that are also terrible. Seriously, one can have doubles and they could be good, but it's not that good in here. It is bad. A whole lot of stuff being loaded, I mean, of course. Oh, we had this one once before.
너무 길게 끌면 내가 올지도 모른다. 얍!
I'm not really sure if it's one-to-one the same, because I think this one is a little bit different. Not really sure. Let's go in here.
아무 생각이 없다. 왜냐면 아무 생각이 없기 때문에. 얍! Yup.
Of course, it has a hole at the end. The holes are unnecessary at places. More things here. Well, let's go in here. I said something in terms of I'm not going to do any of the easiest one, but just in case to fill out some space in here, I'm still going to do that since I pretty much breezed through a few on the beginning already that I failed. So, a bit more here then. It is only for that. Why is it even needed? It's not even much. Still. Also, gee, that's quite the curve. I mean, there hasn't been much, but still. In terms of things, maybe I can actually have it there potentially as well. Again. Same thing there. Also in terms of things, maybe I also need to change all of the stuff here. And maybe have it all color-coded? Potentially I could be having it there, otherwise it would be just regular. That would be potentially also something, just as a something. Let's check here, should be fine. I haven't checked if there are any doubles and whatnot, so... that's a bit much. Apparently it's because of me doing this a whole bunch. Maybe that is really that. So it was supposed to happen exactly while something else was supposed to. Or not supposed to? Either way. Going through here, there are only 2 this time. And it's not much. So when did I add the stuff in terms of too early, too late? There, not really sure. Either way, yeah, it may not be the only thing that's going to be there. Yeah. It was something at least. It's not as hard as it had been said to. That's 7? I'm not sure. It pretty much depends what is in here, because it has a bit more of everything, I think. Wasn't paying attention.
And so it goes. Another gala, a party to throw, a feast for the eyes and a libation for the ears. In the next
Yeah. I'm hearing stuff upstairs. I fucking hate if anything is going on there, because fuck off. Let's go there. Even though it's more doubles, I would be hoping it's not that hard.
And so it goes. Another gala, a party to throw, a feast for the eyes and a libation for the ears. In the next phase, do we fizzle, go out in a blaze, steal our resolve for the future as it needs, watching through a state when
Yeah, that's a no. That's a bit much. Should have potentially gone over there. I may have gone down to rounds, and actually it pretty much depends. So may, and even on 6, it's pretty much a question mark. Not those 6. I mean SPS 6. But that is the upper 6 mostly. It's one of those again, god damn it. Ugh. For fuck's sake. Maybe those beat bars may not be good if they are there. So maybe I should be checking if it goes... No, actually I can't be doing that because that one is actually within the metric, so... That one now mostly depends. Can I have a check there? Hey, fuck off! Apparently there are... This one is hard, what the hell? This one is the only... This one is normal. Apparently it's not normal. Fuck off. Seriously, why can't anyone not only do correct step charts, but also set their difficulties correctly? Fuck's sake, this one is a 9. Or an 8 if you're pretty much going retarded. Like pretty much everything else. Pretty much either it's set too easy or it's set too hard. Fuck off. Okay. I'm falling asleep over in here for whatever reason. Not really sure if it's because I'm sleepy or not. Okay, it takes a while until it starts. I may need to adjust the stuff I'm in here that I still haven't done yet. What the fuck is this, please? There's another difficulty I'm already fearing for bullshit or repetitiveness. Is this actually one where I brought over the difficulty and it wasn't even supposed to be here? not really sure on this one. Also, I may actually need to bring over the green number to the undersection of the score data.
Let's embrace the light.
Maybe in terms of stuff for Lunatic Rave too and whatnot, maybe that is the reason they only have short and normal in terms of beams. This one is the only one. Okay, you know fucking what? I said something. This one is below a 1, so I'm not going to do that. But this one is going to be potentially something if I get there, because geez, what the hell? Why is it being set at 8 unless there are holes? And pretty much over there, holes are different than here, because here we can just hold. Pretty much over there, they are like hold and a lift. Okay, fuck off. Okay, whenever they are there, I'm going to do that one over because I hate those short ones. If it's happening again, at least, maybe I should be changing them to just normals, or large one even. And I'm just off. Oops. Oops. Okay. That was that. Also, I would like to do what I just said. I noticed something again in the background. It is the same issue there, but still. Okay, before I do those, I'm going to have judgments. They can pretty much notes are just also there, but have it on normal. And beam length also that. Everything else can be whatever. Should be fine then. So what is in here? Okay, the patterns. I blame everything on the patterns. But it should have been maybe that is the reason why it's an 8? Because of terrible patterns, apparently they know what they're doing. Even though the difficulty is a bit... I mean, it is still inconsistent everywhere, so I can still blame it on that. What the hell is that at the near middle? Pretty much I can almost always take a sip in between stuff, unless it's a short one. In terms of not much sources. Well... Nothing else here. So... Ooh, I almost wanted to say... At least there's an easy one. every time there is scratches going on. I'm always going on. What the hell?